Men from APE. Okay, for the 100th time, men did not descend from apes. We descended from a common, you know what, we don't have time for this.
On the metropolis waterfront, an abandoned lighthouse serves as the secret meeting place of a criminal organization called APE. APE. The Allied Perpetrators of Evil.
You guys spent a lot of time walking around school with kick me signs on your backs, didn't you? I saw Lex Luthor, the Warlock, the Toy Man, and some guy in a gangster cap.
The prankster, a public nuisance with a warped sense of humor and a bag full of evil tricks.
The prankster started out more or less as Superman's answer to the Joker. They use similar gadgets and have similar goals, so it was probably inevitable that somewhere along the way they teamed up a couple of times. Like everything else in DC and in comics in general when you get right down to it, he's been retconned multiple times, so it's hard to pin down what his story is today. I sold my Marvel collection in 1977 to go to college and stopped reading comics altogether. Not because I didn't like them anymore, but because I had too many other things to do. Plus, I was living in a small dorm room and there was no place to put such things. Those of you who have kept up with all the reboots and everything else, I'd like your feedback. Did it ever reach a point where you decided it was just too much and gave up trying to follow all the changes? I'd like a lot of input on this because I know I would have reached that point fairly quickly. But I also know a lot of you have way better endurance than I have.
This kryponic beam is the only thing that can destroy Superman, has a range of 1/2 mile. What we must do then is bring him into that range.
Lex has been playing with his toys again. And didn't we have a plot almost exactly like this in the George Reeves series?
I think I know how to lure him here.
Well, don't just stand there. Tell us what it is. He won't. Later in his office at the Planet, Clark Kent hears a fire alarm and pinpoints the source. A docked ocean liner has smoke pouring out of it. Shouldn't be a big problem.
A smoke pot. Someone's idea of a joke.
Now he has a good excuse to take the perpetrator in. In 1968, smoking pot was still illegal. Next, we see a fireman attach a hose to a hydrant and turn the valve on.
A fake fire hydrant with skyrockets in it. That helicopter. Up! Oh, great Scott! That beam!
Even worse, it seems to be locked onto him. No matter where he tries to go, it stays on him. There's only one chance.
Beam. Not as powerful underwater.
It's a good thing he can talk underwater so he could tell us that. The water also broke the beam's lock on him, so he's able to swim out of range of it and rest for a bit.
I told you I'd get him in range.
Yes, but he's not finished yet, Prankster.
Seems to me that's on your beam. Prankster did his job perfectly. Looks like you didn't.
Leave him to me, Luthor. I'll make him come back.
How, Toy Man?
I'll play with him.
Okay, he'll meet you at the park later, but he gets to be on the swings first.
With this toy. A transistorized mechanical woodpecker, which can peck through a tree trunk faster than a buzzsaw.
I don't see how that's going to get his attention. The whole save the trees thing won't get going for a few more years. He sends his little gadget to a nearby sailing ship. The woodpecker starts going to town on one of its masts. Okay, that could be a problem.
That mast. It's going to crash on the picnic boat. Up!
Watch the mast! Look out, Jim!
Kryptonite. Again. Back into the water.
If the kryptonite wasn't addling his thinking a bit, he'd swim toward the source of the beam and try to come up behind them. He won't think of that, but he will think of this.
Ah, lead tubing. Krypton cannot penetrate lead.
When it shot him out like a torpedo, Superman realized his lead tubing was one of the human cannonball's discarded props.
Congratulations, fellow evildoers. We've destroyed Superman.
Excellent! Excellent!
And you contributed what to this little accomplishment? Oh, right, he's there.
Wait, what's that? It's Superman!
That's not just Superman, that's Sabo Superman. The Warlock finally has something to do. That's it? He couldn't turn the lead pipe into a flock of pigeons or something?
Holy smokes. He's coming right at us. I'm getting out of here.
Me too!
Do something, Warlock. Do something.
Only one thing to do, make myself invisible.
I'll take that magic ruby.
Are you sure it'll do any good? He seems to have a limitless supply of them. You have to love how the others took off and left Lex holding the bag, so to speak. I guess we know which one of them is the ape. Not that any of them will get away.
No! No! I can't stand water!
Come, Warlock. A little dip won't hurt you.
Yes, they're still over water, so everybody survives. Why didn't he just carry the lighthouse to the prison? Because we already saw him do that with a villain in a car, and we don't want to repeat such things. Yet. Hey friends, if you enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up button and let me and YouTube know it. If you're not subscribed yet, you know what to do. And remember, you can become a patron of this channel for as little as $2 a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Now he has a good excuse to take the Now he has a good excuse to take the... But I also know a lot of you have way better endurance than I have. Nothing like blowing the last sentence.